Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreath.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 midday. Right now you're taking a look at some of the cloudy skies over Wairika. Definitely not the bright blue skies that we were seeing yesterday. That's because we have a storm system that's moving through, but don't put too much weight into the storm portion of the storm system phrase, because we're not going to see any rain from this, unfortunately. Just some clouds coming along for the ride. 41 degrees in Wairika, and we're seeing temperatures already starting to get into that mild territory, 40s and 30s on the east side. 40s throughout Siskiyou County. Look at that. We're almost up to 50 degrees there at Mount Shasta City. Kind of the same deal there in Brookings. And we're just either right at or just below 40 degrees there in Medford. So here's the aforementioned storm system. All the upper level support for all the rain and snow and all the good stuff that's going up towards Washington and British Columbia. We are just stuck with some measly clouds. We did have a few sprinkles earlier along the coast in Curry County, so that's something to celebrate, I guess. A little bit later in the day, these clouds will start to decrease, and we'll have temperatures increasing, getting into the mid-50s. Temperatures will back off and clouds will start to decrease as we head into the overnight hours. So for today, mild everywhere. Again, more clouds than what we saw yesterday. And this storm system, kind of an added feature with it, is that we will have some breezy conditions up towards Crater Lake once again. Those winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour. So if you're up there at the national park today, it probably won't feel like 40. It'll probably feel much colder. 40s and 50s really across the board, especially on the east side. I don't think we're going to touch the 40s on the west side as far as afternoon highs are concerned. I think we're going to be pretty exclusively in the mid-50s there in the west side valleys and along the coast as well. But as we head into the overnight hours, more average low temperatures will be in the teens and 20s on the east side, right around 30 degrees up and down the Interstate 5 corridor, and will be just above 40 degrees there in Brookings. So as we take a look at your weekend forecast for the Oregon coast, it'll be a gorgeous weekend. This storm system will move out. That means that clouds are going to decrease overnight. That trend will continue into Saturday, and we'll have just absolutely beautiful weather, great temperatures, a pair of 63s for Saturday and Sunday. And an added bonus for Sunday is that the winds won't be nearly as gusty as what they'll be on Saturday, so it'll feel even better. It might feel a little bit brisk on Saturday. And unfortunately, our rain chances, they're going to stay rock bottom for the next 7 days. So earlier I was showing you the history that we're on the precipice of breaking today, and we're definitely going to break it, but it looks like we can maybe go a whole month without seeing any measurable precipitation, and that is of course terrible news in regards to our drought. I think that's kind of an understatement. You know, we're smack dab in the middle of wet season. We need as much rain as we can get at this point to even just break even, but it doesn't even look like we're going to do that. It looks like we're digging a pretty deep hole for ourselves and in a hurry. The only good news is that we'll get a little bit warmer as we head into next week, so at least we'll feel good while the drought kind of just keeps on keeping on. Here's your 7-day forecast along the coast. Like I just showed you on that graphic, a couple graphics back, beautiful conditions this weekend, and then we get even warmer as we head into next week with temperatures that'll be in the mid-60s. And then for Siskiyou County, we'll also start to get into the 60s as we get into next week. We'll be knocking on the door of 60 degrees this weekend. Lots of sunshine down in Siskiyou County. Over on the east side, where the drought continues to be the worst within our viewing area, this is where we desperately need the rain, and this is where we're not getting any rain at all over the next 7 days. Lots of sunshine, though, lots of mild temperatures, so that is, good. Like I mentioned, it's going to feel good outside. It'll also feel good up in the Cascades, especially for the early portions of February. Look at that, getting into the mid-50s as we get into next week. Maybe we could make a run for 60 degrees next weekend. Stay tuned for that. And then for the Rogue Valley, something else to stay tuned for, we could make a run for 70 degrees as we head into next weekend.
And just to kind of put it into perspective, what is the, average temperature for this time of year usually in this part of the region?
It's 52 degrees for Medford. So today, just a little bit above that. But then next week, if that verifies for Thursday, that 66 degree forecast high temperature, that'd be 14 degrees above. So that just kind of gives you an indication of how it's not even going to be mild at that point. It's going to be borderline warm.
Well, at least we're well above average in something weather-wise right now.
We need some sort of win, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Josh.
Of course.